the fifth kind. Check out our main YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Fifth Kind. The King's List is not the only evidence pointing to an extraterrestrial hypothesis. The Sumerian version of the Tower of Babel speaks of 50 technicians who employ mysterious technology to dispatch 300 observers to their stations in the stars. Read alongside the Genesis account, the two narratives confirm one another and paint a vivid picture. Babel was a Stargate, providing the observers rapid access to space stations. The thing that got me into this whole field of research was an anomalous word in the book of Genesis. I've been a preacher for more than 30 years. I've studied and taught through the book of Genesis many, many times in churches all around the world, and I've trained pastors in the skills of interpreting texts. So I've long known about this anomalous word. Well, finally, I allowed myself the time to sit down and really drill into what was going on. Genesis uses two words for God. One is Elohim and one is Yahweh or Jehovah. Now, Yahweh is the holy name given to Moses in a time centuries or millennia after all the action described in the stories of beginnings. So the fact that the word Yahweh appears in those much older stories, that clues us that we're not reading the original version of the stories. The stories are being retold by someone after the time of Moses. Now, there's a broad consensus among biblical scholars that the current version of the Old Testament, the Hebrew Scriptures, was edited or redacted sometime in the 6th century BCE, and that the redactor, by putting the name Yahweh into these older stories, the stories that Abraham and Sarah had brought with them, was telling the reader to regard them as God's stories. By using the later name, he's also telling the reader this is not the original version. Originally, they were Elohim stories. Now, that word Elohim is a very interesting word because it's a plural form word. It often exhibits plural behaviors. Let us make the humans to look like one of us. We don't want them to become too much like one of us, etc. The word Elohim often takes plural verb forms. It's sometimes translated as God, but in other places it gets translated as false gods, or demons, or angels, or chieftains, or land barons. So why this enormous elasticity in the word's meaning? Well, again, we have to go back to the roots of the word and ask, why is it used that way? And why does it behave like a plural? When you look at its component parts, the word Elohim means the powers or the powerful ones. Now, when you read Genesis translating the word that way, the texts change and suddenly line up with the Sumerian texts. One by one, they confirm each other's stories. And it's very clear they're not stories about gods. They're stories about the powerful ones in the Bible and the sky people, the Anunnaki, in the Sumerian tablets. But is there any material evidence that a non-human ruling presence ever occupied planet Earth? One might reasonably ask, why have no physical remains of Anunnaki been found? Thanks for watching this short video clip from our main YouTube channel, The Fifth Kind. Click on the links in the description to watch the full video.